Hey, it's it's the 1st of November, which I gotta remember it's my auntie's birthday. Might give her a call tonight if I remember. 2:16 or 2:10 actually, because my watch is fast. So today we're having two adventures. I got up early at 3 o'clock this morning and went metal detecting at Mooloolaba, and I went to go for a surf, but I didn't have a leg rope, and the shops weren't open until 9, so I wasn't going to hang around till like 2 or 3 hours waiting for them. So I thought I'd come back, and I had some things to do at the house that we were selling. There's something that might have been following. We separated from the wife, and we had to sell the house, or we're selling the house, and it's sold. We got an offer. It was right close to what we wanted, so not exactly what we wanted, but it went on the market for, let's say that. So I had to go and clean up some stuff there, and went home and had a bit of a rest, and thought I'll come for a hike. So I'm out here at Barcalba Running Trails out of Wamuran, and thought I'd come for a bit of a bushwalk, and I did. I'll turn you and look at the map. So we did this one with the young fellas, with my sons a while back. We only went in a K and then come back because they were pretty tired. So this is the trail. So we're there on the, obviously here. So we are going to, by the looks, we're going to go down that green one. Come back the red one, I guess. It's red one's 4K. So that'll probably do us for this afternoon, but I wanted to do all of those tracks. So yeah, I'll take you along my little walk here. Probably won't video the whole thing, just the little highlights that I come to, because this thing never has enough battery to do the whole thing, so I'd rather just show you the highlights. So, oh shit, got camera handling has to be a bit better, so I've got to go and get a selfie stick, and so these are a bit better than me just hanging onto the camera. Last time with my young fellows I didn't put the video up because I had it in the waterproof case, and every time you move the thing it makes this god awful noise, so you can never get the proper sound. It's the whole time. So enough of me talking anyway. So power lines, they run all the way through. Some of the places we ride on the dirt bikes, you come across them because they pretty much stretch all the way through the country there, all the way through back that way, and you come across them, and they're good, not too bad, because you can follow them, and it's good landmarks. So Barcalba Running Trails. So this one we're probably doing today is 4K loop. So as you can see, there's mountain bike tracks there, probably 4-wheel drive at one stage getting in here, but yeah, there's mountain bike, not dirt bike, mountain bike tyre tracks, so they might have been out here early this morning. This is also shared running and horse riding trail, so no motorised vehicles, I believe. So not that it stops some people, but you know, it is what it is. So it's pretty shady. It's a track there, I don't know what that is, but anyway, it could be just a wallaby track, but we're just going to head down this trail and come back. So yeah, no motorbikes and no horses up that one. Must be just a running trail or something, the one that, maybe it's the one I'm coming back in the loop. So we are going down Mango Tree Trailhead, and that's McConnell Road, obviously where we started, which is funny because there's another McConnell Road over further. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Probably got it all fucking mixed up, but anyway. So yeah, it's going to be a nice afternoon for a walk. I did check the BOM, which is a Bureau of Meteorology, to make sure there's no rain tonight. Because yesterday we had quite a big storm with hail, which it flogged down for a good couple of hours. So looks like we're going to follow these power lines. So, which is alright. And I did a first aid course the other day, 2 Sundays ago, in the city, Brisbane, and made me think about when I'm doing this stuff, having a bit of a first aid kit, and you know, with like the snake bandage and bits and pieces, because I got nothing really on me if something happens, which, you know I haven't when I come today, but I didn't exactly think about going and getting it for today. Just thought I'd just go and do this. So, but I have to, and I've got to have it at home for when I have my massage clients, just in case I have an accident. I've got to have a certain amount of first aid stuff there, just in case they bang their head and I've got to put a bandage on it, or, you know, get a cut or something. So it's a twofold thing. So, but I intend doing quite a few of these trails and stuff, so it's going to be good to have. You just never know when you come across a snake and get bitten. You know, you mightn't intend to, of course. No one intends to get bitten by a snake, but just it might happen. Anyway, I'm probably turn the camera off now, keep a little bit until I see something interesting, and then I'll turn it back on. Anyway, this is the mango tree trailhead, as I've seen on the map. Obviously, there's mango trees. So this looks like it's part of the old railway line, Barcalba, where the train used to come up, because it's nice and flat there. I'm not sure where that one goes and comes out. I think it may wind around and end up back at the car park where I parked the car. Not entirely sure. Either that, or it's along the track, if I had a look at the map, along the track where I walk with my boys. We just didn't get this far. So, but it doesn't make sense. The direction doesn't make sense, because that's west. That would be sort of northwest, whereas we were walking from that direction. That makes more sense, walking from that direction, but maybe it winds around or something, because it's 2:39, the sun's heading to the west, so I've got to keep going anyway. This is a mango tree trailhead by the looks. So 4-wheel drives obviously here in the past, or access of some sort. So there's another sign up here that'll give us another bit of a direction where we're heading. So hopefully we don't go the wrong way and end up back at fucking where I started last time. But I don't think so. I think we're going to head off this direction, because that would be where we come from with my boys. That makes sense, that direction. We just didn't make it this far. They only walked a K and then they were tired. So number 1 trail, number 2 trail, number 3 trail. So what the fuck trail is that then? I'm gonna have to turn it off, and I snapshotted her on my phone, so what the hell that's pointing to. But we're on number 1 trail, which is that. So I'm guessing we have to go this way. I don't know what that track is. So I'm going to have a look on my phone. I screenshotted it. So I don't know if you can see there, but I don't know if it'll angle in enough. So we're on number 1 trail. We've come to the mango tree intersection. I guess that's the big trail, the railway line trail or something. So anyway, I'll have a better look, and I'll check back in with you soon. So I just stopped and tried to work out which way I was going, because the signs and the tracks are a little bit confusing there. It had track 1, 2 and 3 all go this way, which it didn't look like that on the map. So I was doing number 1 trail, and number 2 went along the same track, and then it splits down further. So this just doesn't make sense to me, the way it's heading directional wise. This is sort of like heading along where, like I said, walked with my boys, the flat trail where the train runs, but maybe there was multiple flat sections through the bush here, the way the train went. Maybe for logging in this area or something. If it turns out it's not, I'm not lost. I'm just went down the different track, because I can always get myself back to the car. That's not a problem. And I brought a headlamp anyway if I have to hike back in the dark. So there was a blue arrow heading that way up the trail, which I don't know which one it related to, because it had another arrow this way with 1, 2, and then another arrow that way with 3. So, and all the 3 trails did go in one direction for a little bit. So I'm expecting another signpost to turn up here somewhere in a little bit. The only thing is, yeah, anyway, we'll see. It's only a few K or whatever around the track, so it's no big deal. So we will get along a bit more, and I'll turn the video back on again. So yeah, because it can't. Oh look, Gowena. He's shooting up the tree. I don't know if you're able to see him there on that tree there, little fella. He's pretty still. He's about there. The bush is full of them out here. Alright, so we're coming up to the turn, I think. Yep, number 1, that's it. I thought I was going to let up the garden path by that other bloody sign, but they wouldn't have it wrong. They'd be in the shit otherwise. But anyway, I don't know if I'm the half glass full or half empty. I don't know the terminology there too much, but I suppose half full is looking on the bright side, the positive side. Half empty is the negative side. Well, I can flip-flop between the two. I'm trying to look at the half full and be the positive guy in this situation. Number 1, that's us. So we're going number 1. This is intersected by another trail, maybe number 3, which I'm keen to do, and that's the red trail. That's the one we want, the red one. That's what we're doing today. So, but I'm keen to do all these trails and video them for you, because I just enjoy being out here and letting people know. I see a lot of American videos, got them chopping and changing today from topic to topic, But I see a lot of American videos of these hikes and whatnot, and I think, geez, that's good. You can see it from your lounge room. Yes, it's edited and it's that person's point of view, but it's great. I used to watch, I still do when I come across it, Adventure Archives. There's 4 blokes, 4 friends that do the videos. Sometimes there's only 3 of them because one of them uni or college or whatever you call it in America. Mainly 3 of them, and you know, places that I'll probably never get to for a long time anyway. You know, I'll say it wrong here. I always have. No, I'll say it right actually. I just remembered Yosemite. Well, I used to say Yasmit, but Yosemite National Park in America, Yellowstone, and a few of those places. I'd love to visit them and hike. Don't know about the bears. I've been around bears before when I was in Canada in 2000. But I love that you can watch it from your lounge room basically, and get an idea. So yes, there's a few Australian ones out there, but there's bugger all. So that's why I want to do these too, to show people out there that we have some great bushwalks too. So yeah, anyway. So we're coming back up on the power lines here. As you can see, they crisscross the country. And from when we were back up on the hill, which is about half the hike, we're doing a 4K loop. We've already done, say, 2.5K. So we're coming back across these power lines, as you can see. So it's a good way when you're hiking. If you've got landmarks like this, it's a bit of a confirmation you might be heading in the right direction, or if nothing else, if I was lost, I could always just follow them back. You might have to go bushwhacking if there was no trail there. But when we started out, I'll get over here a bit more. See, trail 1, we're on trail 1. So trail 2 loops back in here too. I'm not sure which one was trail 2, or trail 2 goes this way. So I don't know if you can see that tower on the hill there, which is mobile phone tower, and the power line tower. That's where we started. So we've come down the ridge and around, and now we're going to go back up this side, which 4K loop. So off we go. So here's the thing you see quite common out on these forestry blocks, these national parks, places where they've cut timber. This is a old post here that they've cut split posts out of. So they take a round post and they carve the edges off it for what we call split posts. You got round posts, and a split post is just like a quarter of a post or a third of a post. So they cut the log down and then they split sections off it. So you see it out in these blocks. It's quite common to come across something like that. Seen it many a time on hikes out in these state forests. I don't know if this is still actively logged sectionally, you know, to just take the odd tree or not. It's a national park, so I don't think so anymore, but once upon a time they used to log it. So you do see those old remnants of when people were cutting timber in here. So it's still Big trees in here. So I'm sorry that there's been a bit of maintenance. People have been cutting trees off the track. I'm sorry this video is, once I stitch it all together, it'll be a bit choppy. Like I said, I've only got one battery for this old GoPro 2, and when I get some money to put into these, I'll get some new cameras and batteries and that, so the videos will be a bit amateurish, as you do when you start out anyway. But at least you can see where I am, what I'm doing. Yeah, so hopefully it actually looks half decent when I stitch it all together. Nice shady little spot, looks like we're coming down into a creek or something here at the bottom of the hill. It's quite damp down in here from the rain last night. So you probably still get a lot of wild pigs and stuff out in these areas. Can't say I've ever come across any while hiking, not that I've done a great deal. Excuse me. You would though. Only horse tracks there, there's nothing much else, but most of it would have been washed away anyway. But wild pigs love these areas. Shade, food, water. Anyway, I'm going to keep saving the video, so I'll just jump off now. I'll save it till we get a little bit towards the end, or if there's anything interesting to spot out, I'll turn it back on and bring you in on it. Alright, so we've coming up on another signpost. We just passed one probably a couple hundred metres back, because there's another track cut in. Might have been from another trailhead on the eastern side of where we're walking. We're coming up to another section now. Obviously another trail cuts in here. I think that's number 3 that cuts in here, because it was a bigger running loop on the map that may make its way into this video. At some stage it will be the white track. So there's that blue arrows again. So I don't know what track it relates to. Maybe it's the horse riding one or some shit, I don't know. Shared trail. But there's more signposts over here, so we're going on number 1 today. As you can see, quite a bit of water laying around. After the storm last night, we actually had storms for 2 or 3 days in a row at night. I think I heard on the radio today some places have got up to 100 mil, 4 inches, so 4 inches, yeah, something like that. So we're going number 1, we're still going this way. That's probably that blue arrow one that was sort of messing me up before. So if we went down there, we'd end up back at the mango trees, I'm guessing. But it makes sense, it's the right direction, west, the blue arrows, so you'd end up back at those mango tree section. But we're going number 1, and 2 goes this way as well. So I apologise for this turning into a self-help, self-awareness, self-fucking something video. It was meant to be just a hiking trail, a hiking video, but it's mashed together with my personal fucking journey separation videos. So I apologise for that. I'm going to try not for the rest of this video, which mightn't be very long, but not go on about that, but just have it about where we are, what we're walking. So Barcalba running trail, shared trails we're on. You can ride your mountain bike out here, horses, and run, walk, hike, no motorised vehicles. So there's quite a few trails crisscrossing this part of the state forest. And seen a few dog tracks out here. So they're not, no, someone's walking their dog, but the dog, there's not many dog tracks, it's just sort of cuts in. So I don't know if they're wild dogs dingoes or not. Because I can't see more trails here, which makes me think they're not domestic dog that someone's walking, because I don't think you're meant to have dogs in here being a national park. And the dog tracks cut into the trail and then you don't see them leave, but they're just not there. So I'm assuming it's like a dingo or a wild dog or something. So I can't see any really here now, so darted back into the bush or whatever. So all I can see is horse tracks and shoe tracks marks. So if you're out here and you were thirsty and you had no other water and couldn't hold on, there's quite a bit of water laying around, even though it's muddy shit, you can still drink it. I guess you might get a bit sick, but at least you wouldn't die. But then that's a whole number. You're not fucking 2 million miles from fucking town here anyway. So back there a bit, there was a house right on the boundary, so yeah. I'm going to turn it off again now, save some video. Sorry about that too. Don't have extra batteries, so we'll come up on, actually I'll keep it on because there's another sign section up here that'll show us. So we've got the trail going straight ahead. We've got number 2 shooting off to the right, number 1 heading back to the left. So we're going number 1, as I've said repeatedly today. So there's dog tracks there. Dog tracks, big dog tracks too, in amongst the horse tracks. So as you can see, we're at the crossroads here. So it's probably number 3 that goes straight ahead, or just another trail that's not actually marked, a forest fire trail, but we're going number 1, so we're heading back this direction. You can actually see there's little scan codes on these. I've noticed the last couple. So I don't know if that's forestry or what. It's a little scan code, which when I turn the camera off in a minute, I'll scan and see what it says. Alright, we're going that way, number 1. So I do this short last little burst on the video because I can see my battery lights flashing. So we were just back at the crossroads there, 3.88k from my View Ranger GPS tracker thing. So we shouldn't have far to go, maybe 300 metres, 400 metres, a little bit further. It seems to be further than that the way the topography is, but the distance is the distance. So yeah, I thought I'd just check in and say see ya on this video if I run out of battery. So it's just a bit of an uphill, it's looking like it's going to be uphill here in a minute. And I checked out what those little scan tags were on the signs. It's something called Munzie Scavenger. Munzie, MUNZEE.com is the next level scavenger hunt. I don't know, check it out on the internet. So it must be some sort of thing I don't know about. I don't know, scavenger hunt, I don't know what scavenger hunt is, but I don't know what in relation that is. So it might be some sort of thing people do for fun. Try and find, might be scan the code and you find treasure or something buried out here, or like those there was another thing called caches or something, and you'd get the GPS points and you'd go and find it, and that would be, you'd have to navigate to this cache which has a thing in your log that you can find it or something. I'm not entirely sure what it's all about, but people will know what I'm talking about. Alright, so the video, battery light's flashing. I'm going to just turn it off now. Say goodbye for this video. We are heading uphill again, so I'll be heading back to where I parked the car. I'm not going to keep talking until we actually get cut off with no battery. So thanks for watching. And we will see you on the next video. I don't know what that's going to be. Could be a check-in, could be a hike, could be a motorbike video. But I'll see you there, eh? So this is after the fact. There's actually a little bit of video left, a bit of battery left on this thing. I thought it was flashing and was going to die, so I said see ya, but I seem to do this all the time, see ya, because the battery's going to go flat and I'm back again because there's more battery. So from where I signed off, being to Kailmore uphill pretty much to where the car's parked. Up here we can see another sign with one crossing across the top of the hill. So we've come up quite a fair way in elevation. It's been quite steep, nothing real challenging but steep, bringing us back up to the top of the hill where the car's parked. So and I find things fascinating, not that I look into them too much, but a lot of this is all sedimentary rock here. There's rocks back there with different sort of types of rocks within rocks. You can see the different layers in these individual rocks, not this big stuff. I find it fascinating. There must be over millions of years they've been one rock and then other stuff's laid, sediments laid around them, gone hard, then they've broken free and so on and so forth. Because you just see like rings of a tree, they're layers within layers. So here's this trail crossing here, which is one at the start of the video, looks like where we come back. So I don't know what trail that is either, but we're going number one that way. Hill still goes up there further. But all I also find fascinating, there's round rocks on top of a hill. So to me that says, I mean the hill's not that far down that they'd weather like that. So maybe millions of years ago where we're standing on top of a hill now, and it sort of ties in with the sedimentary rock, is maybe this was at the bottom of an ocean or a creek or a river or something. Because how do you get round rocks on top of the hill that are same sort of rocks that are there? I mean, possibly someone's carried them, but I don't think so. And round rocks come from being tumbled. So, being tumbled, you must be in a creek or in the bottom of somewhere that's been washed. So, you know, the hill's not that high that they've been tumbled down, you know, a few hundred metres and gone from being a rough rock that's broken away from the mother rock and become a round rock like you find in a creek bed. So these things are fascinating to me. This is a beautiful little single trail here coming across this gully. I'd rather this stuff than that open fire trail. I mean, give me this sort of stuff any day. Beautiful. Actually, I might come out here and do a run as well through some of this. I do my runs every day and I'd rather run in this stuff than on the road. So, I mean, it's a little bit of a drive out, but for the pleasure of running in this sort of bush, I love it. Steep little gully there. I love riding the motorbike on these sorts of things. So not this particular one because there's not a lot of motorbikes here, but other single trails in the bush. It's just, I know bikes dig up the ground a bit, but I try and take it careful so I'm not doing too much damage. But I just love being out in the bush. Look at this, all that bracken fern. It's beautiful in here, nice and cool. The temperature's probably dropped a couple of degrees in here from out there on that open fire trail. It's quite warm. And I often wonder too in some of these areas whether there's gold. You're not meant to metal detect in these areas because it's government land. You need a Fossican license, but I don't think you're meant to unless you're approved or it's an approved area. But I see the quartz, which is a company's gold. That's another thing I'm doing, metal detecting. Quite enjoy it. Went up to the beach this morning and did it on the beach. Plan to go out to Warwick. There's a couple of fossicking areas out at Warwick that you can, with a permit, legally metal detect for gold. So Going to plan that one weekend. And I want to take the boys out camping out there too, but I want to go out myself and check it out, know where I'm going and what's there and what's not, and where you can camp, and go by myself. I can just take care of myself and work it all out first, rather than getting there and being a bit flustered, like they're going off their chops and okay, where we're going to set up, what we're going to do. So beautiful little trail in here. You wouldn't know it's here. So as I said, we're going to come back out of the bush here. We're going to break out back into where those power lines are. I can just see it right here coming up. So, and we'll be back to the vehicle in a few minutes actually. So that's been quite good. I don't know, it's nearly 10 to 4. So I'll have to look. I'm not sure how long that's taken us. I remember what time I said on the thing. Excuse my hat. I'm just looking at my phone. 3:42. It's 5.4 point something on the sign. It's going into my view ranger here. So I've been hiking for 1 hour and 35 minutes. 5.1k. I'm nearly back to the start. So the sign said 4 something. So in my eyes and my thinking, you always got to prepare for something when you go. Water, don't just think, oh, it's 4k, I'll be right. You know, you don't know, something might change, and you're out there all night, so you got to prepare and have water and maybe a little snack or something, just in case you do get caught out and sprain your ankle and can't move. No one might know to come and get you straight away. So we're coming back up to the vehicle here. And that'll be the end of our hike for today. And we'll be back at the gates here at the trailhead. So it's a nice little hike, actually be a good run too. So I don't know how popular this one is. Obviously there's been a few people out here, but and I'll show you this map again if this doesn't cut out in 2 seconds. So we started here, went down, followed the red line around. So as you can see, there's multiple trails that follow the same track. What went straight ahead of this junction, obviously this one here that I didn't realise that cut across and went this 4-way junction where we were. So which makes sense now that I see the map. And that'd be a good one too. Run there and run back, or run most of it. Number 2, I'm going to do number 2 next. So follow this one and do the yellow trail. So that's number 1 ticked off. Number 3 is 3 to 11k. That'll be a good day. Come out for the day. Well, that 4k's only taken us 1 hour and 35 minutes, so times that by 2, so 3 hours. That's not much. Good morning walk. So that's it. Thanks for watching. So this is just after we done our hike. Just I thought there was a bit of battery left, so I just, you know, capture a little bit of what we're doing. We're just driving back by the Glasshouse Mountains, and that big mountain out there is Mount Beerwire. I'm pretty sure. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, just this back forestry road. I'm pretty sure I've been along here before on my bike. Here comes a bike here.
From up here,
Yeah, two-stroker.
the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back